I decided to be on brand today, with the Little Mermaid, so I wore a Breaking Bad shirt. Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video, and I watched The Little Mermaid this weekend. I wanted to talk about it with you all. If anybody's actually wondering, Breaking Bad has nothing to do with The Little Mermaid. Nobody was involved in it that was involved with Breaking Bad. I just thought it would be a stupid joke, and it didn't really work. So anyways, The Little Mermaid is the newest live-action Disney remake made by Disney to give us more content that they can basically squeeze money out of. And just so you guys know, I had never seen The Little Mermaid, the original animated movie, until I think last year. I actually reacted to the movie on my channel. That was my first exposure to it. My sister liked it when she was a kid, but I never bothered to watch it. I didn't really care, and again, I wasn't really into cartoon animated movies. But when I saw that movie last year, I really enjoyed it. There were parts of it that I really loved. I loved the music, I liked Under the Sea, and I liked Part of Your World. It was really cool, it was nice. It's not that it took over my life or anything. It didn't. I kind of forgot about it a couple of days later. But for this live action remake, I had a few expectations walking into it because I remember that I enjoyed it at least. And I would like to mention, I had never seen Beauty and the Beast before the 2017 live action remake with the Queen Emma Watson. And that movie, that live action movie, took over my life. So I was kind of expecting a similar thing to happen with The Little Mermaid. If you guys couldn't already tell, that did not happen. And I wanted to talk about the movie as a whole, just be completely fair and discuss it a bit. To get the big elephant in the room out of the way because of all of the controversy that surrounded the casting, I wanted to firstly say I am a Halle Bailey fan because her and her sister, Chloe and Halle, had a music group that I really liked a couple of years back, and they both have solo music that I really enjoy. So I like Halle Bailey as a person, and in the movie, I think she has a beautiful voice. I think her acting is really good. It's one of the best parts of the film. That's not my issue. I wanted to get this out of the way as quickly as possible. The CGI scenes underwater were not fantastic, and I fully blame it on Avatar: The Way of Water. James Cameron spoiled us with a film that is so visually stunning. Every time you were underwater, you really felt like you were there, and you felt like the people were under there too. Similarly, I thought the CGI underwater scenes in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was really great, and I really enjoyed that. But this movie, some of the CGI in it is really not great. And I don't mean visual effects, because the stuff looks really cool. It's just the movement underwater. It's the way the mermaids move. It's the way their hair flows, especially with Halle, because her hair is a lot thicker. Because of their casting choice, it really did kind of take me out because her hair would sometimes be moving a certain way while her body was moving another way. It's just the underwater scenes felt really fake to me, and it really took me out of the film repeatedly. I was constantly trying to just get my mind into it. I'm an escapist. I go into movies and I just dive headfirst into them, no pun intended, and I really get lost in it. But this movie didn't let me do that until, and this isn't really a spoiler because you guys know The Little Mermaid, I'm assuming, the second half of the movie where she's out of the water. That's where the movie really gets amazing. So first half, forget about it, apart from the under the sea sequence. Again, no spoilers, but it's a really great sequence, and I think it's Debbie Diggs from Hamilton who sings the song. I think it is. It's just really great. That's really cool. As soon as she gets out of the water, this movie is so good, you guys. I really mean it. Because once you're out of the water, you actually get to enjoy her and Prince Eric just kind of bond and create this romantic relationship, which I really fell for. I really believed in them. I rooted for them. The guy who plays Prince Eric is really great, which leads me to two other characters that I think are really main ones. Javier Bardem as King Triton. Javier Bardem has nothing to do in this movie. I'm just going to be honest. I love the guy as an actor. I just think he was really underutilized in this when they could have given him more, especially since this movie does a lot to flesh out Prince Eric as a character and Ursula, played by Melissa McCarthy, which, by the way, was something I was nervous about because I loved Ursula in the original film. I think she's an iconic villain, and I personally wanted Lady Gaga to play Ursula. I just felt that that role would have worked perfectly for her, even though, obviously, Lady Gaga is in very fit shape and Ursula is big, but I just really think Lady Gaga would have been great. But Melissa McCarthy This might be the best thing I've ever seen her in because she's really chewing the scenery and she's not doing Melissa McCarthy, doing another role as Melissa McCarthy. It's actually really, really good, and I loved her number of Poor Unfortunate Souls. I thought that was really great. But yeah, Javier Bardem, really, really underutilized. It's like anybody could have played Ariel's father. It just wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have made a difference. In terms of some things that people were kind of controversial about, for example, changing some lyrics to certain songs to make it more modern and make it more about consent, I totally 100% agree. I don't know why it would annoy you that much to have lyrics of Kiss the Girl change a little bit to make it like, hey, you should kind of get her permission before you make a move on her. I don't understand why anyone would be mad about that. If you are, it is kind of annoying and kind of sus, because I just don't understand why any person would be mad at that. This is a kid's movie. You don't want to give little girls the wrong idea that just any guy can do whatever he wants. Hello? If I'm being honest, this is a movie that I just kind of forgot about once I left the theater. I just don't really know what to say about it. It's fine. It's okay. It's not Beauty and the Beast. I loved Beauty and the Beast, and not just because it was Emma Watson. I just really loved that story, and it took my breath away. Maybe if I didn't watch the original animated movie, I would have loved it a lot more. So if you're a casual viewer who maybe had never seen The Little Mermaid, maybe you're gonna love this. Maybe you're gonna have an absolutely amazing time with it. But I just think that this movie just missed the mark a little bit. It was missing the Disney magic, which I actually think I should mention. They created a new Disney intro for Disney 100 because it's 100 years of Disney. That little intro in the very beginning was the only thing that made me go, wow! And I felt that Disney magic. The fact that this movie didn't really make me feel that is kind of off-putting. For example, in the past year, Turning Red, while it's Pixar, and Encanto, which is Disney, both blew me away and really stuck with me for a long, long time. I know all the soundtracks, I know all the songs, I have the Funko Pops, I have the vinyl. I guess a way for me to speak about how I felt about this movie is that I see the Funko Pops every time I'm at the mall, and I feel no want to buy them. I feel no want to get any form of merchandise for this movie. It's basically my way of saying that this movie didn't grip me. It didn't really impact me. I didn't really feel anything watching it. And that's kind of unfortunate because the last movie I saw in theaters was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is a movie that I still to this day listen to the soundtrack. I'm currently buying the Funko Pops for, ordered the soundtrack on vinyl. It's that kind of thing. That movie really impacted me. I want it to be a part of my bedroom. I want it to be a part of my identity. This movie did not do that for me, unfortunately, as Beauty and the Beast did. Hell, funny story, I went on to play Lumiere in my school play of Beauty and the Beast 6 months after that movie came out. I was that motivated because of the film. And so I wish that this movie made me feel that feeling, made me feel that feeling that, hey, this is something you should get obsessed over. If you guys enjoyed the movie, I'm genuinely so happy for you. I wish that I felt the same way. I would have loved to have felt the same way. I always am willing to have movies really impact me. It's my favorite feeling. And yeah, I just kind of felt a little bored in the middle, and it didn't really grab me emotionally. That's nothing against Halle Bailey. I really like her, even though I could have felt that even if you wanted to cast an African-American person as Ariel, you could have just kept her red hair. The hair didn't need to be a different color, but that's not really a big deal to me. I did find it as a little nitpick because I did feel like it wasn't necessary. But the movie is totally fine as a whole. If I had to rate it, which I really don't want to, I would give it a 6 out of 10. It's just normal. It's a normal film. That's pretty much all I had to say about it. If you guys are deciding whether you want to go see Fast X or The Little Mermaid or Guardians of the Galaxy, I highly implore you to see Guardians of the Galaxy. That's all I have to say about that. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys stuck with me on this journey, I love you all so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. If you guys aren't subscribed, come on now. You know what to do. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.